Bienvenidos. Welcome to the Injury Prone Podcast. This is Jorge Martin. I'm actually flying solo today, but you know what? Dr. Evan Porras, he is actually driving across the country, so not able to stop and record like we usually do on a Friday afternoon. So, giving you the next best thing. So he's giving me the download, giving me all the information on all the players that are coming up for that we need to be talking about going into this week 17 championship week. It's the week to win it all. Get the chip, el campeonato. Win it all. Oh my goodness, let's do this. Let's do this. So I'm going to run through the players as quickly as I can, so you can get this information as fast as and really just digestible and actionable as possible. So let's get into some players. So first off, we are going to start with Deebo Samuel and DJ Moore. They are dealing with neck injury and high ankle sprain, respectively. Okay, so Deebo has been limited, while Moore has been on the injury report, is off the injury report altogether. So you're starting both, but understand that both do have above average re-injury risk. So, but you know what? It's championship week. These guys have well. Deebo has a great matchup in Washington. DJ Moore, not so much, because AJ Terrell is lurking on the other side. But the big thing is it's a dome team going into Chicago, where it could be cold. There could be some weather issues involved, maybe a little bit of snow possibility, a little bit of wind. So that's definitely going to be advantageous to the Bears. So all right, let's get into some players. All right, so we got number one. We got Jamar Chase. Okay, so landed on his right shoulder and has an AC joint sprain, that otherwise known as a separated shoulder. It's identical to the injury that Davante Adams had earlier this year. So what Chase has is literally like a 2 to 3 week injury. And this week would have been his second week where he would have been out. He practiced on Thursday. Practice does not guarantee play, but there is the possibility that there's re-injury. Maybe he gets, like he's out there running routes, not really involved in the play as a decoy. That's a possibility, but understand that there's 16% re-injury rate, and there's a big dip in your yards after the catch. Okay, so season-long managers, maybe you just want to close your eyes and start him and just kind of look at the box score later. Those of you DFS gamers, daily fantasy folks, avoid him in cash games, and because this is the same injury that Davante Adams struggled through earlier this season. So remember, he had a rough go of it earlier. Okay, CJ Stroud, dealing with concussion. So he returned to practice and he's been deemed healthy. So he was out for 2 games. So how risky of a play is he? Okay, so since 2018, 10 quarterbacks have missed at least 1 game due to a concussion and or a neck issue. Okay, of those 10, 2 had a re-injury. Most notably, Tua Tagovailoa. So we saw him miss 2 games immediately after he had a concussion, and then he missed 3 games later in the season. We obviously don't wish that for CJ Stroud. There's, of course, the chance that he remains healthy. However, this small sample indicates that in theory, he has a 20% chance of re-injury. So keep that in mind. So this, coupled with the fact that there is a 60% increase in turnover-worthy plays for this injury. We saw this earlier with Brock Purdy, where he kind of played 6 days after concussion, and it was one of his rougher games before what he did on Christmas evening. So, but yeah, and Tyson Bagent also had an injury. He's definitely on much lower rungs. But when you look at Purdy, his season average for turnover-worthy plays is 3.6%. Derek Carr also has come back from concussions. His was 4.7 after his first concussion, despite his season average being 2.5. So Jimmy G's turnover-worthy play rate was strangely and exactly as his season average. So, of course, we know that he turns over the ball a lot. So, case in point, CJ Stroud, high risk, high reward player. Start him against the Titans because that's a pass funnel defense, and it's a home game. So I saw the stat earlier. He's thrown 16 of his 20 touchdowns have been in Houston. So, you want him playing in that environment. You're firing up Nico Collins if that's a possibility. If you maybe get that stack from DFS. So, but yeah, just know that occasionally uh, that that there is re-injury risk and that possibly his play goes down. So hopefully the 2 weeks was enough to get him ready. So because we'd love to see him ball out. Again, the NFL is much better with players like him doing well. So just understand that. So next player, Trevor Lawrence. So this afternoon he was declared out, which Edwin pointed out, if you have Trevor Lawrence and you're a millennial, you're looking at the SpongeBob meme where there's the fish who's plugged into an IV and is in a full body cast. That's kind of what Trevor Lawrence is. He's dealing with the ankle, he's dealing with the shoulder. He just recently had a concussion. You know what? Maybe he just needs to really where he just needs to heal a little bit because dealing with so many injuries is really rough going for him. Understand that that quarterbacks playing through shoulder injuries do have a re-injury rate of 19%. So it's good that they sat him down. So let's just definitely consider him out. Okay, a couple players that are coming off of concussions. We've got Cortland Sutton. He was declared out today, so you're looking again. You want to make sure that he's fine because the average miss time for wide receivers with concussions is kind of about a half a game, 0.52. So the medium is 0 to 1 game. So he's you're looking at him. He didn't practice, so you're just looking at what's the possibilities for him down the road. Obviously, he's going to be getting a new quarterback, but you're just sitting him down. So for championship week, maybe he plays for DFS purposes in week 18. But probably we'll see. That things are really wonky over in Denver. All right. Well, that was okay. Now we're talking about Michael Pittman. Okay, looking at Michael Pittman, he has returned to practice. He's been a full practice participant the last 2 days. So it looks like he's going to play, but just understand that there is that re-injury risk. We're looking at that one. There is the possibility that the shoulder injury is kind of tied to the concussion, kind of the way he fell. But understand that if he's playing, he's a must play. The Raiders have been playing very well defensively of late, as you saw on Christmas Day against Patrick Mahomes. But this game is in Indianapolis. And you play him with the possibility that he has the ceiling game. Just understand that there is injury risk rate. So those of you who play DFS, you're staying away. Just stay away because until we want to see that he's back, which means at least one more week. So maybe you play him in DFS purposes later on down the road. All right, our compadre Isaiah Pacheco. So he returned to a limited practice today. So Edwin pointed out that that running backs need a limited session and before at least a limited session before Friday. So he had DNP Wednesday, Thursday. So it may not be looking good for him. You probably want to think about sitting him this week. So as of right now, even though he was a limited participant, you're expecting him to sit. Have Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready because with Pacheco, a game time decision and Jerick McKinnon already out. Yeah, you want Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So, but if Pacheco is healthy, you fire him up because even with the above average possibility of re-injury risk. So last one. Con permiso. Kyler Murray. dealt with an injury, called it a holiday bug. Edwin Edwin threw in the notes. Maybe he's dealing with the nastiest hangover. Maybe he's crudo a little bit. He needed some menudo on the day after Christmas, so possibly. So possibly the flu. It is going around this time of year. Either way, barring any unforeseen circumstances, Murray will likely play this week with minimal to no limitations. Just keep in mind, and also keep in mind, this is set up perfectly for him. The Eagles are just a pass funnel defense. You know, they're one of the worst defenses against the pass all season. They're going to build up a lead, so he is just going to need to pass, and pass. So Kyler Murray, if he's playing, you're getting him in your lineup. So, all right. So, lastly, there are some players that either aren't going to play or have already been declared out, or possibly are going to be sitting out for whatever reasons, maybe business decisions a little bit. So these are some of the guys. Keenan Allen already been declared out. Christian Watson, he's quite, he's still in the questionable. Probably not going to play. He's been a DMP in practice. I'm just going to confirm that right now, real quick. Christian Watson. Let's see. Also, Ed. He's been DNP all week, so it doesn't look good for him. Marquise Brown, he's already been declared out, so we're taking him out. Josh Jacobs missed last week, has not returned to practice, so yeah, you have Zamir White ready. Darnell Mooney is questionable. Dontavian Wicks, we don't know if he's going to play. Probably get him out. Josh Palmer already been declared out. We already talked about Cortland Sutton and Isaiah Pacheco. So, hey, make sure you're getting into the patreon.com/injuryprone. Okay. Get in there. Make sure, check that out. Look for his latest on fantasypoints.com. So, hey, you got any questions? You can find me at Jorge Martin 17. Definitely send them to Edwin at fbinjurydoc. You want to make sure to be as informed as possible here with championship week going on. So get in there, make as informed decision as possible. And yeah. So other than that, you can find me at Jorge Martin 17 on Twitter. You can find my work at Yahoo Fantasy, and you know where to find Edwin. Hey, buena suerte, everybody. Muchas gracias for joining us this season. We're looking forward to some fun off-season contact. But for now, buena suerte, salud, adios.